Yeah, hi all. Good morning. So, yes, Radha, now please proceed with your question.
Yeah, only one question I have as of now that while defining the data type, you gave 2 points. That first, it is used to put a constraint to define a set of possible values a variable will be accepting, and another one that the kind of operation it will be performing, right? Engine will
Yes,
be
yes.
clear of that. So
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to dynamically typed language, like if we are defining a variable a with a value, let's say in integer value 5, but in the next line, as soon as we define it as a is equals to like Aradhana, so it will immediately say, change to that particular type of value. So I mean, I wasn't able to connect to this point, like
Oh,
that.
okay, okay. Good question, good question. Is my screen visible, first of all?
Yes, sir. Jupyter, we can see, yes.
Jupyter Notebook. Okay, I will answer that, Radha. Very good question. So, guys, today I plan to teach you on Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so it's very simple. I will share that link how to download it. Okay, don't worry. It's very simple. It's not like your Java where you have a lot of jar files. I give the path and blah blah blah. It's very simple. I will give you one. Also, okay. Have you all downloaded that Python?
Yes.
Everyone? Okay. So I will share you the link of this Jupyter Anaconda, and from there you can download it. It's very simple. If you're getting stuck, you can get me. Okay. So like in Oracle, you have the Oracle Live SQL there we used to code. So like suppose it is like that only. So in Jupyter, this is the platform. You can write your code here. And what all are these options? We will discuss it one by one. Okay. So I found this ideally little bit boring. So I thought that okay, let's start with this Jupyter notebook. Or is that fine, everyone? If you think that no, Jupyter is a little bit complicated, let's continue on ideally, then you can let me know. From next class, I will continue on ideally. Okay, is that fine?
Okay, sir.
Okay, now the question is, Aradhana is asking that okay, fine, then we have written a equals 5, and if you write print a, and here if you want to run this, so you can click on this run button, or you press shift enter. Okay, that's the shortcut, shift enter, or you click on the run button. So output is 5. Now if I will write a equals 5, and I will tell engine or the ideally to tell me the type of this. So what is the output? It is integer, right? Now Aradhana is telling that then we now suppose if you're writing a equals maybe I'm writing your name. Now, okay, pardon me for spelling. So if I will write here print type A, and if I will enter, now the data type is a string. So now your question, maybe if I have understood correctly, your question is that earlier this was int, and then how you change that to a string, how engine recognize that it is a string. Is that your question?
Yes, sir. I mean, how we are putting that constraint boundary on that engine that accept these kind of values, and when it comes to this variable.
Okay, okay, fine. So the reason is that is what I first of all, is the question clear to everyone?
No, Tanvir, can you please repeat?
No, no conversation.
I don't know if that can be okay. My screen has freezed actually. Just a minute, guys. The screen has freezed. So this problem on this. Just give me 1 minute. The screen has freezed. Nothing is working here. It's working. Fine. Okay. This screen has freezed. Okay. So yeah, Aradhana is telling that then you're okay. You have written a equals 5. And this WhatsApp is just telling me. I'm very sorry. Just give me 1 minute. This WhatsApp note is just telling me a lot. I want this. There's this. Getting a lot of messages on that. Where is that? From where is messages? I think I'm not getting some phone is ringing. Okay. Oh, it's on this laptop. Okay. Anyway. So Aradhana is telling that A equals 5, then we have written. Here engine is telling the data type is int. And then if you're writing A equals Aradhana, then type is a string. So how it is possible that this variable was of data type int here, then it changed to a string? Is that your question, Aradhana?
Yes.
So, okay, so is the question clear to everyone? What she is asking, a very good question she has asked. That how it is possible that the same variable data type has changed. Is the question clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So if you remember yesterday, I told you, I taught in the class that Python has this intelligence, okay? Python is smart here. It's not like other languages, okay? Where you have to assign a variable a data type. If you are talking about other languages, no, you have to tell that, oh, yeah, I'm using variable A and the data type is int or number or float, but that is not the case with Python. The moment you will write A equals 5, Python will understand that, oh, this is of integer data type, okay? And that is known as dynamic typing. Maybe this can be asked in your interview that what do you mean by dynamic typing? So dynamic typing means the moment you will write the value of a variable, the Python will understand that, oh, what is the data type of it? And that is known as dynamic typing. So the moment you're writing A equals 5, Python will understand that, oh, this is integer. And that's what is giving integer here. But when you're writing A equals Aradhana, now in this variable A, what you have? Aradhana, right?
String. Yes.
Yes, Aradhana. So now I have taught you yesterday that the concept of override, it will override this value. Now A is having value Aradhana. Now from this, the Python will understand that, oh, this is of a string characteristics. The characteristics is similar to a string data type. And that's why it will show here that this is a string. Have I answered your question? Is that clear?
Yes, sir. So when a data type can be overwritten by another type of data type, so that is exactly what is meant by dynamically typed language.
Yes, yes. So dynamic tapping means you're writing it and the engine will understand the data type. And it is not necessary like other programming languages that if you have storing A5 here, so you have to store only integer. No, you see, I have stored a string here. Now in the same variable A, I can restore a float. Let me show you this. This is float, because it overrides the previous value with the current value. Is that clear?
Yes.
Fine. Shall I proceed further?
So
Yes.
one question. I
Yes.
understand this part, right? But
Mm-hmm.
yesterday's exam that you had that 65K or something, right? The salary is equal to 65K. That was defined as a string, and then you made that as an integer or a float, right? And it threw an error.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You can go through.
Good. So yesterday I have written x is equal to 65K. Yes. If I will ask Jen that tell me the type of this, let's check the output. What is the type? A string, right? Now here, suppose I want to convert this into integer data type. So I will write here x equals intx. Now if I'm executing this, it is throwing error message, right? This is what you're asking, Anita?
Yes, yeah. Mhm.
Yes, okay. The reason is if a variable is of integer data type, it will accept only integer. Now, do you think 65K is integer?
It's a string. Yeah.
No, it's not integer because you have K as well here. So
Correct.
now here you are telling, or let me explain you on this Excel sheets, just a minute. It's all very important, so please try to understand. Otherwise, this will trouble you when you'll be learning those libraries. Now see, this is variable x. What is the data type? A string. And you have stored 65K, correct? Now you are telling in this line to convert this variable X to which value you want to convert? INT, right? You want to convert this to INT, no? Now, when you will convert this to INT, now this will make a noise. This will make a noise. This will tell that if this bucket is for INT, then what this K is doing here, we will not accept it. Is this clear? That's the reason when I executed this, it has thrown this error message because K is not accepted in integer type. Is that clear?
Is it because of K? It says base 10.
Ignore that base 10 part that I will discuss at a later point of time. Okay. For that, I have to tell
Okay.
you all those decimal, hexadecimal, octal, and all those things. That's a different topic of discussion. Just that the reason is very simple. It is because you are converting this X from a string to integer. Integer will accept only integer. It will not accept A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, K, and all those things. So that's where this K, this X will make a noise here that sorry, you are telling me to convert this to integer. I cannot convert because then you are storing K, and K cannot be storing int. It is making noise here and storing error message. So that's why you see it has thrown error message. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Nita, is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah. I finally get
Okay.
it. Thank you.
Now see, I am removing this K from here. I am running this query. Now, why this query is working perfectly now? This code, not query, it's working perfectly now. Why? I just removed K. Why it is working now? The reason is now you are storing here 65, right? You don't have K. And if you're converting this from a string to integer, so 65 is integer. So X don't have any problem. X doesn't have any problem in storing the 65. That's why it is telling that, okay, fine. It is compatible. I can store it. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Question so far? Yeah, okay. Now, okay. Okay, fine. So that's why when you are converting one data type into another, and trust me, you will do this task very frequently. Okay. And there are n number of reasons for this. Okay. Now, yesterday, if you remember, I was teaching you like X equals, now let me take some other examples, Z equals 10.5. What is the data type of Z?
String.
Okay, check this. The string, right? Okay, good. Now I want to convert this from a string to integer. Okay. I want to convert this from a string to integer. And let's check the output. Oh, it has thrown error message. Any idea why it has thrown error message?
Because of type conversion. Like it converted string into integer, but the value was float itself, so it could not recognize that float value or convert that float into integer.
Good. So here the data type is, the variable name is Z. In this, you are storing 10.5. What is the data type? A string, right? I mentioned this is within quotes, but this is a string. So this line is clear. Second line, you are telling that I want to convert this Z to INT data type, right? You want this to INT data type. So when yes,
Can you please zoom in a bit?
Zoom. Okay, sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
How's it now?
It is good, sir.
I'm good. So yeah. So now I'm telling to convert this string to int. So actually internally what happens when you will tell Python that Python, you have this variable z, the data type is a string, please convert this to int. Okay, so this is not your servant that whatever you will do, you will tell he will do it quickly. No, it will check first of all the data, whether this data is compatible with this or not. It will check for that. If it is compatible with this, then this z data type will be converted from a string to integer. The same thing happened here. If you remember, you have written 65K. We are trying to convert this from a string to integer. Now, then this X will check whether this 65K is compatible with int. No, it's not compatible because int will accept only 65. Then where this K will go, where this poor K will go, and that's why this conversion didn't happen. Similarly, when you're trying to convert the Z10.5 from a string to integer, then the Z will take permission from 10.5 that are you comfortable with this int? Then this 10.5 will tell that no, sorry, I am not comfortable. Okay, because here it is 10.5. Okay, and you have mentioned a string here, you're converting in int, and that's why you see when I will execute this, check the output, it has thrown error message. Is that clear?
Yes.
Now
Yes, sir.
what?
Sorry,
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
one doubt. So basically, when you're trying to convert from a string to an integer or a float, it's going to throw an error, right? But float to integer or vice versa should work fine. No, I mean, yeah, is that the right
I
way
will,
to think?
yeah, I will show that. That's what I'm coming to that point only what you have told right now.
Okay.
Okay, so now suppose here, instead of int, let me do it here only. If you think you're getting confused, so please stop me and ask the question, okay? I'm changing this to float, okay? Now I'm executing it. Oh, that's great, it is working fine, right? Why? Because here you have this one. And in this bucket, the variable is z, you have 10.5. And this is string. Now you are telling that I want to convert this to float. Okay, so string to float conversion. Then what will happen here? In this case, it will check that, oh, this 10.5 is compatible with float. And that's why it has converted this. Is that clear? Is that clear, guys?
Yes,
So
sir.
far, any question? Okay, good. Now the question is that, okay, if I will write here, Tanvir, what should I write? T equals 10.5. And if I'm writing T equals INTT, okay? And then if I will write type T, now you guys tell me what will be the output. Error message or it will convert it?
10 is the output.
10.
No, I'm not asking about the output. How you can tell 10 is the output? I'm asking type here, then how it can give 10.
Integer.
It will give the
Integer.
integer. Okay, let's check
Integer.
it. It has converted to integer. Now listen very carefully. And let me do a small tweak here. Now, value of t is 10. What was the actual value?
10.5.
10.5. But now it is giving you the value of t is 10. So what has happened here? In this case, you converted 10.5 to integer. Let me write here. It has thrown error message, right? Now I'm converting this 10.5 to integer. It has worked. Why? The reason is here this was in a string. So you cannot convert that string directly into the integer because you have this decimal here. But if a string, if you're directly storing integer, see this example, in this string, x is a string here, but you are storing integer. So this will be converted successfully. But in this string, you have float. So that float you cannot convert into integer, it will throw error message. If you have a float, then directly you can convert that to int. But the problem is here you will be having data loss because it is 10.5 and 0.5 this t will not accept. So what it will do, it will trim it and it will store only 10. So here you will be having data loss. Is this clear so far?
Tanvir, one question, Tanvir. Z is equal to like string 10.05. What if we convert Z is equal to float of Z instead of int? Will that happen?
That I have
That-
shown, no, it will work. This one you're telling, no?
Yes, yes.
This will work, this I have shown. See, it is float. If you want the data, that then we show
That-
me the data of this. So let's check the data. Value of Z is Z. Check the value 10.5 because float can accept 0.5. That is why it is showing you 10.5.
Okay.
Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, clear.
Now the question is that, okay, fine, then will be understood. But suppose I have this value, suppose 10.5, and we know that this is in a string, but in my project, there is a requirement. I have to convert this into integer, right? And I have shown you that you cannot convert this into integer. It will throw error message, right? We have discussed right now. Was that clear? Check it. This is throwing error message, but now the question is that no, I have to convert this to integer. Is my question clear? What I'm telling?
Yes.
So for that, what you have to do, first of all, convert this to float. Okay. Then convert this to integer. Now check the output. Now is it working perfectly? So this D10.5, first of all, what I have done? I converted this to float. Now what is the data type of this D? Float. Then I converted this to integer because from float, I have shown you here. If you see this example, this is 10.5 float. You can convert this to integer. Then I converted this float to integer. Not clear.
Sir, instead of 2 line, we can keep in 1 line. Na?
That I will show you. Is this clear? First of all,
Yes.
guys.
But in this last one, we have data loss. If we convert it.
Data. Yeah. Here now, if I will show you the value, print the new value of D is. I'm executing. Check the value. It is 10. So 0.5 you have lost 0.5 here. Okay, so you have to be careful with that. But I'm not talking about the data loss issues that we'll discuss after some time. Here, my main focus is like how you can convert from one data type to another data type. And this is a very frequent activity you will perform when you will be working on the data analysis part. Or in data engineering as well, when you're preparing data pipelines, this is used. So is that clear so far?
Tanvir, I have one question here.
Yes.
So do we have any limitations to convert the like the conversion of data type. Like here, it could be the easy, like we have a string. So that string we cannot convert directly into integer. That's why we have taken float and then integer. But if there is any case where we have to use three conversion, so can we do that?
Yes, you can do it. There's no problem in that.
Okay.
Okay, or else, if you want, I can show you a few examples, but I will suggest you guys, you please try this, and you can do that, what you're asking.
Sure, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes.
So shall I proceed further if it is clear?
Yes, then.
Is this clear? Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Now, the next thing is, I've shown you all these conversions, and similarly, you can try few other conversions. Okay. Now, what else? I think I have shown you string to integer, string to float, into float. I have shown.
Sir, I have
Yes. Oh,
a question.
yes.
I was trying this type conversion. So let's suppose instead of 10.5 as a string, I took 10 and then I tried converting it to float. So I thought it would fail because let's suppose from 10, it won't be able to like generate 10.0, but it like executed successfully. So just because there was no truncation of any data, that's why it processed successfully.
You mean like you have what d equals what 10.5?
No, I took string 10.
10.5 as a string.
No, I
Okay.
took 10 as a string.
You have taken 10 as a string. Okay.
And then what I did float of that variable d.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And thought it would fail because since it's from string 10.5 to integer, it was failing, but it processed successfully. So was it because there was...
Same thing I have shown here as well, right? 10.5 is a string. I converted this to float. It was working perfectly, right? So here again, this 10 is a string. We are converting this to float. So 10 can be accumulated in a float data type. That's why it is working perfectly here. No issues.
Okay.
Are you sure? Is this clear?
Yes. I thought because I thought that there will be an intermediary step. It will be expecting as like integer first. It would need to be converted, and then it would be required to convert.
That you can convert directly. That is allowed. Okay. So fine, you can try all these conversions, and this is very easy. Okay, but all the conversions will not happen. So you have to be careful which one you can convert. Okay. So shall I proceed further if it is clear, guys?
So one last question now, please. So in this case, right, example that she gave, like you're converting that to float. So in that case, when you print that, it will be 10.0 then, right? Because you want a decimal.
Correct. Let me print this. Print D. Check the value. 10.0. Very good. Hope it is clear.
Yep. Thanks, sir.
Perfect. So now this was about data type, and so far I have taught you, I think, what all I have taught you: identity, then float, and then I think complex, right? And then you have this Boolean, which is true or false. Okay. Now, and this is something which you will study n number of times. Okay. I think Boolean I have covered yesterday, no? So suppose if you write A equals true, and if you want, Boolean is just true or false, yes or no. Okay, we will see a lot of use cases of this. So if I will write type A, check the output. It is Boolean, PWM. But this is case sensitive. If you write T in the lowercase, I have discussed this yesterday as well. I write here, check, this will throw error message. Similarly, you can write A equals false, write type A, and this will show you this is Boolean. But this true and false are case sensitive. And this is Boolean data type. It is just an indication, yes or no, red signal or green signal. Okay. Hope that is fine, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I think I have discussed complex data type as well, like 3 plus 4j or 4 plus 3j, anything you can write. It will give you type of A. What is the type? Complex. Okay, now I have a question. Suppose if I'm writing B equals 3j plus 10, do you think this will work? Or
Yes.
we have to keep the real part
Yes.
first, then imaginary part. Do you think this will work?
Yes,
Yeah.
it will work.
Yes.
Okay, good. So still it will work. And very interesting thing I will show you here. If I will write print B, check the output. It is showing 10 plus 3j, although you have written here 3j plus. So the reason is you should always write the real part first and then the imaginary part. Okay, the silly things I have seen, like today we had a session with Nishtha, right? I'm not sure how many of you attended. The same thing she told, like from Python perspective, they will not ask you much complicated questions, but sometime on the silly questions, they can drill you. You should be ready with that, okay?
Tanvir, I was asked about data types as well.
Oh, okay, good, good. Data as well, okay, perfect.
Sir, I have
So,
a question.
hmm,
Sir, I have a question regarding string to Boolean. Can I ask that or should I hold on?
string to Boolean, yes, yes, please ask.
Sir, I was doing that. Suppose we have taken.
One thing, let me do one thing. Let me show you one example, then you ask a question, okay?
Okay, sir.
Let me show you one example. Because maybe while teaching that it will be clear. Suppose I am writing A equals 1. This is a string, right? And if I'm writing A equals bool A, it means I'm trying to convert this to Boolean data type. Now check the output of this. Is this fine? If I'm writing A equals, let me show you all the examples. A equals 0. Then I write A equals Boolean A, type A. Is this working fine? Now, if I write here A, Python, type A, is this working perfectly? Oh, sorry. I'm not converted this now. A equals Boolean A. Then I write type A. This is working perfectly. So string to Boolean. I have shown you all the examples. It is working perfect. Now you can ask your question.
Okay, sir. So, sir, what I was trying suppose there is a variable B and we are doing Boolean of string value true. So when I was printing its value, it was giving as true. But when I was giving B is equals to Boolean of false as a string, then also it was giving it as true. Maybe,
Okay.
I mean, I did something wrong.
Yeah. Tell me once again what you're telling. A
Sir,
equals what you've taken?
a Boolean of true as a string.
True as a string.
Converted it to Boolean.
A equals Boolean of A, right? And you want to print this.
I printed its value and its type.
Let me show the value first. It's true, right?
Yes.
Now you're telling I want to find the type of this. It's
Yeah.
Boolean.
Yeah. And when I took A is equals to false as a string.
Oh, okay. And you are thinking white is showing me.
Yeah.
There, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
White is showing you true there, right?
Yes.
Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this give me some time. I will tell you that what actually true means. True means in digital world that something is there. Okay. False means it is not there. So if you're writing A equals false, okay, and if you're writing print A, so something is there, right? So that's why it is showing you that okay, this value is there. I will explain you when I will come to the Boolean part. Okay.
Okay.
Shall I proceed further?
Sir, then
Okay.
in 27, 28, 30, the
7,
value of A will
28,
be
and
true.
30. Which one? Sorry, what you're telling? The Boolean of this.
The value of A will be
You are
true, sir.
asking me to enter the value of this, right? So one means what? There is some existence. For this, if I will write here, now see, generally we think that 1 and 0, right? 1 is true and 0 is false, right? So, but here, because this is data, 0 means that yes, data is the existence of data, and this is for a string. So that's where the same justification, which I will explain you here, the same justification is working here as well. So I will explain that part, okay? Just give me some time, I will come to it. Okay, so now see, like whatever I have taught you about data type and so far whatever we have studied, so don't think it is over. This is just a ground I am preparing when I will teach the loop statements and all those things. So these all things will come again and we'll discuss it. Okay, so this is all about data type, and then moving to which one? Like I want to cover that list first, but before that, I will cover few operators. Okay, and then we will go to those. Yes, please
Sir,
tell me.
whenever we print a boolean, it is either true or false, right?
Yes. It
Oh,
is
okay.
either true or false. Actually, Boolean is like, suppose if I will write A equals true, means Boolean will take only value true or false. That is what I am coming to that operator part, and I will explain you that again. Okay, that's why I thought of not touching that Boolean part now. Int, type, and complex. Is that clear?
Sir, sorry, one question about that Boolean stuff, right? So line number 30, you said it's true and false, right? 0 or 1. So in this case, you have Python, right? And then you have, I mean, I'm just trying to understand what's the purpose of doing that Boolean thing over here.
Let's do one thing. Let's park this Boolean conversation now. Let me
Okay.
complete that operator part, then I will bring this. Okay.
Okay.
Is that fine? Okay. So let's park this for the time, Boolean conversation. Because for that, first of all, you have to understand what is the meaning of Boolean. Okay. Okay, fine. So now I will move to the operator. Okay. So far what we have discussed about print, which is used to print the data. Then we have discussed about input keyword, which is used to take some data from the user. Then we have discussed about variable. What is variable? A variable is like a carry bag or the bucket where you can store data. There are a few syntaxes like the naming conventions for variable. It should not start with number. It should not start with special characters. And the best thing is you should always write, it is recommended that you should write variables always in the lower case. Okay. Then I have taught you about the data type. No, sorry. Before then I have taught you that why we need data type, right? I told you that, okay, with the help of data type, the engine can understand that what all operations I have to perform, right? What are the allowed operations which you have to perform? What are the boundary values? What are the constraint or the domain values which that particular variable can accept? Okay. Then I have shown you a little bit about the type conversion, which we will discuss again after some time. Okay, just a high level, I have introduced the type conversion. That okay, in the Python you have this freedom, you can convert from one type to another data type. Okay, and why this is required? Because many times when you're doing analysis, then the SQL query, it needs that the data must be of same data type. Like especially in the minus query, you know, right? The data type is different. It throws error message. And then I think that's all we have discussed so far. But don't think the data type discussion is over. Data type is a very big world. Okay, so we'll discuss a lot of things in that. So now I'm moving to the operators. Okay, like suppose if I'm writing here A equal which one should I show you? Okay, fine. Suppose if I will write A equal 1, B equals 1. And if I will write C equals A and B, okay? And if I will write print C, check the output. Output is 1, right? Okay. Now, in this example, let me do one small change here. Let me keep both as 0 and 0. And let now check the output. The output is 0, okay? Let me show you one more example. This is 1, this is 0. Let's check the output. Output is still 0. Now let me check this one, 0 and 1. The output is 0. I think most of you have studied this in your primary school or maybe in your BTech, that this AND operator means, let me show you here. This AND operator means if it is 1, 1. Okay, both the output are 1 and 1. It means it will be 1. That's what I have shown you here. 1, 1 means 1. Okay. Now, if you have 0 and 0, it means the output will be 0. So this is your input 1, this is your input 2, and this is your output. Okay, now if it is 1 and 0, it is 0. If it is 0 and 1, it is 0. It means if both the system or both the machines are working perfectly, then everything will be fine. Okay, if any one machine will go dead, this is the meaning of the AND operation. If any one machine will go dead, the entire system will be dead. Is this clear? So if you're using AND operator, so you have to be very careful. And that is what I think I taught you in the SQL as well, right? If both the conditions are satisfied, then only you will get the output, right? If any one condition is not getting satisfied, the output will be 0. And that is what I have proved here as well. Is this clear?
Yes, Tanvir.
Sir, so it's like both conditions need to be true.
That's what I told. Both the conditions must be true, then the you will get output. Okay, so when you have critical systems, when you're designing software for some critical system, especially in that if you're designing a software for the healthcare systems, okay, so there the requirement is they want that should be very critical, that even if one system goes down, so quickly you should get a reply. Okay, so that's why they will keep this kind of logics there, that both the machines must be working perfectly, then the entire system will work. Even if a single machine is dead, the system will not work. That is what if both our output is high, that is 1, then only you will get output. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will try to make you understand this in some other way. Okay, but before I proceed further, is this clear? So far, it's very simple.
Yes.
1, 1 means you will get output. If any one is 0, you will not, or if you're not understanding this, let's think in this way. If both are 1, 1, then you will get output. If any one is 0, you will not get output. See here, both are 0, output is 0. This one is 0, output is 0. This one is 0, output is 0. So if any one is 0, you will not get sorry, you will not get the output. So in terms of like business terms, we used to tell this that if both the machines are working perfectly, then the system will work. If any one machine is down, then the system will be down. And this happens in very critical systems when you're designing system a software for health sciences or for some financial transaction software. So we use this kind of logic gates. Does it make sense? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Hi, Tanvir.
Yes, fine.
Can we relate to this truth table like true equal to false
Yes,
false true?
yes, yes. This is your
Yeah,
truth
this
table
is
only.
simple.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
thanks.
have told
Thanks.
correctly. Yeah, this is your truth table only. Sorry, I have confused you guys. But yes, I remember right now. We have studied this in our BTech, right? Or maybe in 12th standard. This is your truth table. Yes, logic design. And there was a paper there. We have studied this. So hope it is clear to everyone now.
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay, let me proceed further. Now I'm taking a risk here. I will show you one more example that will be a little bit complicated. But if you think that no, Tanvir, this is not clear, then let me know. I will show some other example. Okay, fine. I'm writing here A equals 10, B equals 20. And if I'm writing here if A is greater than 5 and B is greater than 5, friend, don't worry, okay, I will explain this. Both are greater than 5. Else, print condition has failed. Okay. I'm executing this query, then I will tell you what is the meaning of this output. Both are greater than 5. Now let's try to understand the meaning of this. A is 10, the value of B is 20. Okay, so A is a variable, here B is a variable. Now, this is actually known as if-else condition, but that is not my intention here to teach you what is if-else, how it is executed. I'm not teaching you that. I'm just bringing this here to explain you the concept of AND operator. Then when we will study that conditional statement and the loop statement, then we'll discuss it again, okay? So here I'm telling to engine that engine, if A is greater than 5 and B is greater than 5, first of all, hold on. What is the meaning of this? Let's try to understand what is the meaning of this. The meaning of this is, which operator we have used here?
Greater than.
Right?
Greater.
And greater than, okay, oh sorry, greater than is also there, and we have used and as well, right? Now when
Yes.
and will give the output, when it will give the output, when both the conditions are satisfied, right? Now
Yes.
remember that, that's what I have shown you here. If both the conditions are satisfied, then it will give the output. Now here, first condition, what is first condition?
If
A greater than 5. So do you think this is true? Do you think A is greater than 5 here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is true. True is also represented as 1. Okay. What is the second condition? B greater than 5. Do you think B is greater than 5? Please check.
Yes.
What is the value of B here? 20. Do you think 20 is greater than 5? Yes. So this is also true. So this will be 1. Now what is the output of 1 and 1? 1. It means the output of this will be true. You all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
It means this is a valid condition. This condition is passed. Now here you are telling that if this condition is passed, it means if the output is 1, it means if the output is true, then please execute this. What you have to execute? Print both are greater than 5. Then you have to print this. Else means if this condition is not true, then print this one. So that's why if you see here, the output is both are greater than 5. Is this clear now? And operator.
Yes, Tanvir.
So one
Is this-
clarification.
Yes, yes.
So
Hmm.
if your first condition it's false itself, right? So it won't
I'll show you
even
that.
look at.
I will show you that. I'll show you that. Now let's take another example. I will write A equals 1 now. Okay. Now evaluate this condition. I will not execute it now. But first of all, evaluate where is my Excel sheet. Okay. What is the condition? 1 here. A greater than 5. So do you agree A is greater than 5?
No.
Oh, it's a false.
It's a false because A is 1, it's not greater than 5. So it's a false, right? Okay. Now what is condition 2? B greater than 5. Do you think B is greater than 5?
Yes. True.
True. Okay. Now which here you're using AND operator, right? Okay. Now what do you think? False and true. The condition is AND. What will be the output?
False.
False.
False. It means this condition is false. Okay. This condition is false. So if this condition is false, it means you don't have to execute this one. Now where you will go? You will go to this else part. Now in else what you're doing? You are telling if this condition is not true, come here. Now here what you're instructing to Python? You're constructing Python that please print condition has failed. So now Python will print condition has failed. Is that clear?
Yes.
Check the output. Condition has failed. This is a practical example of what I taught you about AND operator. Is this clear, guys?
Sir, why we are using and not ampersand sign?
Ampersand sign, yes, good question. So when I will teach you that bitwise operator, then I will explain you that where this ampersand is used and where that and is used. Okay. I know all these questions because I have to go one by one in incremental manner. So I will answer that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any other question, guys? Anyone?
Yeah, I'm sorry, one question. So how, like when you're talking about the engine, right? So you're saying A is equal to, I mean, A is greater than 5. So will the engine stop over there, will not execute once it sees it's a false statement?
Correct. Correct. If engine will think that this condition is false, and the same will happen when I will teach you the control statement and the loop statement. If engine will think that this condition is false, it will not go inside this. This will not be executed. This will be bypassed. And then engine will jump to this statement. The same thing which happens in your case statement in SQL, if you remember. Is that clear?
So basically, you're looking at both the conditions, right? I mean, both, and that's when the engine is, that's how the engine will execute, right? I mean, it will see if A is greater than 5 and B. It's just not like, okay, if A is greater than 5, it's false, and then it comes to the else statement.
Oh, if this statement is true, it will go to this part. It will execute this, okay? And then it will not go to this part. This will not be executed because this is true. This condition is satisfied, and it is not possible that both the conditions will be satisfied at the same time. But see, actually, I'm not teaching you here if-else condition. Okay, that's a different topic. Okay, I'm just showing you that if this is and, it means both the conditions are true. If both the conditions are true, engine will execute this one. If the conditions are not true, if it is false, it will execute this one. Is that clear?
Yes, yeah, thank you.
Hope it is clear, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, shall I proceed further? Fine.
Sir, I have one
Yes,
doubt.
yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, we are comparing only here A equal to 1, B equal to 0. 1 only, or we can keep A equal to 2, B equal to 5, and C equal to A and B.
Any value, any value. I'm just showing you one simple example here that how the AND operator behaves.
No, I'm not asking this one. I am asking, like, suppose 37, 38, that row.
This one?
Suppose, yes, yes. Suppose I am keeping A equal to 5 and B equal to 2. So what is the result?
Equal 5, B equal, oh, here you are telling, okay, fine. And let me keep equals 5, and then you are telling B equals 2, right? And if it is C equals A ampersand B, this is what you're telling, right? Yes. So this is what I told, like this is a bitwise, and here like you'll be thinking how it is 0. So here this 5 will be converted into ones and zeros. This 2 will be converted in ones and zeros. Then you will get the output of it.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so that's why I'm telling you that this is bitwise operator that I will explain.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this clear, guys? That's why I have not jumped to this part. I just told you about 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 0, 1. Then I will show you those examples after some time. Any question from this? Come on, tell me yes or no. Is this clear or not?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
as if there is one condition and is placed between them. If what if I want one condition to be true and another to be false?
And you should get an output.
Yes.
That is, I will come to that. That is the OR operator. Let me explain that now. Okay. Hope this AND operator is clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
Tanvi.
let me proceed further to the OR operator. But I think bitwise again. Okay. Let me explain that first. Okay, fine. Now suppose you have A equals 1, B equals 0, and I will write C equals A, and I will give this pipe operator here. And then I want to print C. What is the output? 1. Okay. Or else let me do one thing. Let me keep here 1 and this as well 1. Check the output. Output is 1. Good. Okay. Now I will keep here 0 and this is also 0. What is the output? 0. Okay, fine. Now I will keep here 1 and this is 0. Let's check the output is 1. Okay. Now this is 0. This is 1. What is output? 1. Now see here. Concentrate from line number 44 till 47. Both are 1. You got the output 1, means 2. Both are 0. It means there is no output. 1 and 0, you got an output. 0 and 1, you got an output. So this is known as OR operator. It is denoted by pipe. Okay, let me explain you this now here. I've written input 1, input 2, and this is an output. Input 1 is 1, 1. The output is 1. If it is 0, 0, output is 0. If it is 1, 0, output is 1. If it is 0, it is 1, output is 1. I will not explain this. I want you guys to tell me what is happening here. I'll explain this part.
True, true, true.
If anyone
Uh,
will be true, then it
So any condition if true, then it would be true. In or
If good, if any condition is true, or if any machine, any of the machine is working, the system will run. That is the meaning here. Here you see both the inputs, both the conditions are true, output is true. If both the machines are dead, or if both the input is down, low, 0, false, anything you can tell, the output will be 0. But you see, the one output, you have one input high here, so you will get the output. Here you have one input high, so you will get the output. So if any one is working, you will get the output. But in AND condition, both the conditions will be high, both the conditions should be high, then you will get the output. Is this clear? AND and OR operator?
yes, sir.
Okay, and it is exactly the same what I taught you in SQL. We have the same. Is this clear? Okay. Now, let me show you one example. I know this is a little bit confusing. Now let's discuss this part again. Okay. Now here I want to keep which operator? OR operator. Okay. And let's try to understand it. So I will write here OR, and I will not execute this. So first of all, try to understand the meaning of this. So here in bucket A, you have 10, bucket B, you have 20. What is condition 1? A greater than 5. Is this true?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
In A, you have 10. 10 is greater than 5. Is this true? Yes, this
Yes.
is true. Good. What is condition 2? Condition 2 is B greater than 5. Is this true?
Yes, true.
Both are true. So if both are true, it means this condition is true. If this condition is true, so it means this statement will be executed. Correct? So the output should be both are greater than 5, right? Let's check the output. Both are greater than 5. Okay, now in this query, I will keep it 1. A is 1, B is 20. Now here, what is the condition 1? A greater than 5. Do you think this is true?
False.
No, false.
False. What is the condition 2? B greater than 5. Do you think this is true?
Yes.
This is true. So here if you'll see, one condition is false and the other condition is true. So what will be the output of this, true or false?
True.
So we are using OR operator here. In OR operator right now we have learned that if anyone is high, means why I'm telling high, in some projects you will see people will tell one as a high, someone will tell on, someone will tell true. So this all are the naming convention for this. So that's why you will be thinking sometimes Tanvir is telling high, sometimes it is telling one, sometimes it is telling on, sometimes it is telling true. So they all mean the same. Okay. So the output will be true. So true means this condition is true. If this condition is true, so then this will be executed. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Now let's check the output. Both are greater than 5. This is getting executed. Is this clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now if I will write here this one, what about this? What is your condition 1? A is greater than 5. Do you think this is true?
False.
False.
False. What is your condition 2? B greater than 5. Is this true or false?
False.
False. Both are false. This is OR operator. So if both are false, what will be the output?
False.
Condition has failed. False.
Condition has failed. So if this condition has failed, do you think this will be executed?
No.
Or this will not be executed. Then engine will go to the next condition, else. Else means if this is not passed, whatever it may be, that is the meaning of else, print this one. So the engine will print condition has failed. Now let's check the output. So I hope you understood AND operator and OR operator.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, in the input line 48, there is a condition if A is greater than 5 or B is greater than 5. Sir, here condition 1 is satisfying is true. And the user is using OR operator. Hello.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I can listen.
So user is using OR operator. Then will Python will scan for the second condition also, or it will simply return the result after seeing the first condition?
You are correct. Very good. Here you are thinking that you have only two conditions, and based on this, Python can take the decision because this is true. So if any one is true, it should give the output as 1. That is what you're telling, right?
Yes, sir.
Fine, I agree. But it's a very simple example I'm showing you here. Here you have only two conditions, but maybe you can have 5 conditions here, and maybe the other conditions will be having AND relationship. That is possible. So that is why engine has to check each and every condition. Here it is clear that even if it will not scan this, and if it is true, it can take decision on that. That is fine. But what if you have 5 or 6 or 10 conditions And if you have some other conditions are having and relationship, then what? Right? So that's why it will scan the next conditions as well. But that's a good question. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so is this clear, guys, so far? Because slowly the complexity will increase because slowly we will enter the world of programming. Okay, and so that's why if you think something is not clear, please feel free and ask. Shall I proceed further? Okay, good. I'm trying to keep it very simple, and this is simple only. Python, really, believe me, Python is simpler than your SQL. Maybe you'll be thinking Tanvir is doing comedy. No, I'm not doing comedy. Really, Python is simpler than your SQL. Okay. Now you have some relational operator. Like suppose if I have now, I will show you some simple examples. So now I will show you A equals 9 or B equals 6. Now see, I will show you the meaning of Boolean. A is greater than B. Do you think A is greater than B?
Yes. Yes.
Now if I will tell engine that engine print A greater than B, check the output. What engine is printing here? What engine has printed here? True. That is what I'm telling you. True in any programming language means this condition is correct. This is valid. I've written here print A greater than B. It means I'm asking from Python. Python, do you think really A is greater than B? So Python will check the value of A is 9, the value of B is 6. 9 is greater than 6. So yes, this condition is true. That's what Python has written here, that yes, Tanvir, this condition is true. And your entire any programming language is a game of conditions only. Okay. Now tell me one thing. If I will write here, oh, this is not required. 1 minute. If I will write here less than, then what will be the output?
False.
False. Is A less than B? No.
No.
Check the output. False. Okay. Now here you can do one more thing. Suppose you can write C, A less than B. Now type here print C. Now check the output. So here what I have done, I have rooted this operation in a variable C, and now I am telling Python to display C, print C. So what is stored in C? This Boolean value, false. Is this clear? Okay. Now if I'm writing A equals 10, B equals 10, okay, and this operator A equal B, it means you're asking Python that do you think A is equal, oh no, sorry, 1 minute. This you're asking from the Python. The Python, do you think A is equal to B? If you're writing two equals, it means you're asking from Python. That Python, do you think they both are same? Okay. If you're using one equal, it means you're assigning this value. If you're using two equal, it means you're asking from Python. That Python, do you think both are same? So what do you think, guys? What will be the output?
True.
Check it. The output is true. It means they both are same. Hope it is fine. So this is the meaning of true, false. Now let me show you a few more examples. Suppose if it is 20, okay, and B is 15, and if I write here print, now tell me quickly what should be the output?
True.
False.
True or false?
True.
Tell me what is the meaning of this operator?
Greater than equal to.
A should be greater than
or equal. It means you are telling, you are asking from Python that Python, do you think A is greater than or equal to B? So what is your suggestion? A is greater than B. Yes. Check the output. Is this clear? If I will write less than sign here. That's why I told that true and false are just giving you the state, the condition, that high or low, 0 or 1. Okay. Now What should be the output?
False.
Okay, let me run this. The output is false. Clear? Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now, if I will write A equals true, okay, and if I will write print A, check the output. Oh, no, not this one. Okay, leave it. So you understood greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, and similarly you have less than, equal to, and the output will be true or false. Engine will tell you whether you're getting some output or not. Okay, hope it is clear. Any question? Now I will show you a few mathematical operations very quickly because I think you all are aware of that. Suppose if I write A equals 5, B equals 3, then you can write here print A plus B. And then we'll give you the output. The output is 8. Or maybe if you want to route this to some other variable A plus B, you can write print C. You can route it that as well. Okay. And if you want to do subtraction, A minus B. Check the output, these two. If I will do B minus A, then -2. Okay. And for multiplication, if you want to multiply, you have to write this symbol. Check the output. 5 into 3 is 15. Okay. Now, if you will write this one, A double star B, then what is the meaning of this?
Power.
What is the meaning of this?
It's to the power.
Raised to the power, or raised to the power, it is as known as exponential. It means if you're writing this A double star B, it means you are raising B as a power on top of A. So it means 5 raised to the power 3. So how much it will be? 125. Check the output. 125. Hope it is clear. Or you can do the other way around. Then 3 raised to the power 5. 243. What about this? Can we use the same number? Okay. So this is known as exponential. Is it making sense, guys? Are you able to understand?
Yes.
Yes.
What is this operator?
Division.
Remainder or divisor?
Division.
It will give you remainder or the what I can say, the quotient. What it will give you?
Reminder.
Are you sure?
Quotient.
Quotient. So 5 divided by 3, what will be the quotient? 1.666. Okay. Now, here, okay, this is about division. Now, here, if I will write here this one, I'll check the output. 2. What is this?
Remainder.
Remainder. Okay. Or suppose if I will write 6 by 3, then what will be the output of this?
0.
0. This is known as modulus operator. This will give you the remainder. Hope it is clear so far.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, one more example. These are simple, guys. That's why I'm quickly scanning through this. These are simple operations. You all have studied this. Now, if I'm writing C equals A double slash B, and if I'm writing print C, now here you have this double slash. Okay, and here I have used a single slash. Where is that? Oh, I'm not using that. So there's a single slash. So if you're using single slash, like suppose this one. Oh, the output is 2.0 because if you divide 6 by 3, you will get the quotient 2.0. Now, what is the meaning of double slash? First of all, let me run this, and the output is 3. The meaning of double slash is, this is also known as floor division. what is known as floor division. This hash is for comment. You can write something, some notes here. But this is for floor division. The meaning of floor division is maybe in trigonometry, you might have studied about the floor and ceilings. So the meaning of floor division is the floor of any number. What is the meaning of floor of a number? The floor of any number is the largest integer which is less than or equal to that number. I mean, if you divide 10 by 3, suppose if I'm dividing 10 by 3, check the output. What is output? 3.333, right? But if you're writing floor, it means I'm telling to Python that Python, you divide 10 by 3, whatever you are getting from this box, I'm interested only in the integer part. Is this clear? I repeat.
Oh.
If I'm using this floor division, the meaning is I'm telling to Python, please divide 10 by 3. So once the Python will divide 10 by 3, and from that I want only the integer part. But when the Python has divided this, the output is 3.333335. So you have integer as well as decimal part. So I'm telling I'm not interested in decimal part. I want only the integer. That's why now I'm executing it. Check the output. We're getting only the integer part. Not clear.
Clear, sir.
Clear.
Shall I repeat this? Feel free and tell me. Okay, let me show you one more example. If it is 11 by 3, okay, let me divide this first of all. What is output? 3.66666, okay. Something is there, okay. Now, if I'm doing floor division, first of all, tell me the meaning of this. I'm not asking the output. Tell me the meaning of this. Who will tell? What is the meaning of this?
It will divide the number and whatever is your question, it will take the closest integer value of that.
Good. It will divide this and it will show only the integer part. So here you have integer as well as decimal. Now I'm running this. So getting only the integer part. Is this clear? But do you think it is giving the closest integer?
No, sir.
No.
No, it did not give you that. The output was 3.666. Now, who is closer to this? 3 or 4? Who is closer?
4.
4 is closer, no? So if it is giving the closest integer, the output should be 4. Why it is giving 3? So the floor division will never give you the closest integer. Okay? It will give you the integer which is less than this total value. So 3 is less than this, right? That's why the output is 3. I think it's still not clear. Is this clear, guys? No.
Yes, yeah.
One minute. Let me show you one more example. 11 by 4, 2.75, okay? 2.75. And if I'm writing here, this one, first of all, tell me, what is that? Yeah. First of all, tell me, I'm not asking the output. What is the meaning of this?
The floor division, right?
Oh, floor division, I know. Means I'm asking you to tell me something like, that is the ready-made thing, floor division. But what is the meaning? What I'm telling what I'm telling Python to do here?
Give the integral part of that question.
Correct. I'm telling boss, I'm not interested in your decimals, okay? I just want the integer part. Like take it like this. Suppose you went to a restaurant, okay? You went to a restaurant, where's that? You went to a restaurant, okay, and suppose the bill is 570 rupees, okay? You have given 600 to the waiter, and suppose he will refund 30 rupees, okay? So maybe sometime it happens, you will tell to the waiter that, okay, You can keep the change, right? So that's what we are not interested in this. Similarly, exactly same way, I'm telling to Python that boss, I'm not interested in this points or your decimal part, right? So just give me the integer parts. It will remove it from here. And what will be the output? Is this clear now?
Yes.
Very big response. Not sure, is this making sense or not? Are you able to understand, guys?
This is clear.
Yes, sir.
It's clear? Okay. If it is clear, then I have one more example. Let's see who will answer this. -7 divided by 2. The output is -3.5. So when I will do floor division here, what should be the output?
-4.
-3.
-3.
-3 or -4? Tell me.
-3.
-3.
Now you will
-3.
Okay. Now you will be surprised here. And I will try my level best to explain you the reason for that. But first of all, let me show you the output. I know you'll be surprised. Check the output. Surprised, right?
Yes.
-4, correct? Okay. Let me explain this. When I'm doing this operation, A divided by B, the output was how much? -3.5, right? It was -3.5. Now, actually, the meaning of floor division is you have to pick that integer which is smaller than this, right? Which is smaller than this, or which is less than this. So -3.5, which integer is less than this? -3 or -4?
Minus.
Which one?
minus
-4 is less, no? In terms of minus, it goes the other way around, right? So -4 is less. So that's where the output is -4. Now, when you're performing this one, now I will show you the plus part now. 7 by 2. Now read it this way. 3.5. Which integer is less than 3.5?
3.
3. Now let's check the output. Is this 3? Okay. Now 7 by 3. 2.333. Which integer is less than this? 2. Check the output. 2. So for us, it appears that, oh, it has trimmed this 0.33333. But no, that is not the concept. The concept is it will search the integer which is less than this value. So that's why when I have used here -7 by 3, and when I executed this is -2.3. 2, no, sorry. -3.5. Now tell me the integer which is less than this.
-4.
-4, right? And that's why the floor integer is -4. Now listen to the misconceptions here. First misconception. Generally, the students, the candidates, they think that if I am doing floor division, I have to remove the decimal part and print the integer part. This is one misconception. Second misconception, they think that I have to, the engine will display the nearest integer. Okay. So suppose if I'm writing here 3 divided by 7 or 8 by 7, and suppose if it is positive. Okay. So what's output? 2.666, right? Now, which integer is nearest? 3. If it is working on the nearest integer, then it should give the output as 3 if I'm doing floor division, right? But it is 2. So it means it is not working on the nearest integer, and it is not trimming the decimal part, but it is searching for the value which is low or less than that particular value. Very important concept. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, I will stop here, and I need a quick feedback. How is the class going on so far? Whether you need any modification or how it is going. Anyone?
No, sir, it's perfect.
Sir, it's going great actually.
Any other thought? Anything about presentation, the content, the pace? Because I have to plan accordingly the future sessions. So I just started our journey. A lot of things are there. Is the pace fine? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, one thing. Second thing, are you not getting confused with a lot of scenarios that, oh, Tanvir, you are showing all this lot of scenarios, bit confusing. Let's stick to a few scenarios only. What do you suggest? Is that fine?
Yes,
Yes,
everything
sir.
is good.
Okay. Okay, fine then. I will stop here, and tomorrow, Indian time, I will share few assignments based on yesterday's and today's class. And then we will meet next week, Saturday. Again, please just have some patience level. That's all. Okay. And continuously attend this Python class. Then this combination, you will rock in the market. My guarantee. Take it from myself. Okay. So fine then, guys. Thank you. We'll connect in the next class on Saturday. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you. Tanvir.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank Yeah.
Sir, yesterday you have written one query in SQL, sir, on 27th May. Can you go to one 27th May, sir? Sheet.
SQL query. Oh,
Yes.
okay, this one. Okay, yeah. Tell me.
Sir, can you scroll little up, sir?
A little bit, yes.
Sir,
This query.
you have written select star from employee target minus select star from employee source, means staging table.
Right.
Sir, it will be select star from employee target minus select star from employee source, or it will like select star from employee source minus select star from employee target.
Okay. Good question. Actually, when you are, and this is off track, this is not related to Python, guys. Okay. So actually, when you are working in any ETL project, so generally, like when I am working, what I used to do is, along with this, I will write this query. I will tell you the reason for this. That's a good catch. Good question you have asked. I write this query because there are chances that in the target you have missed some record, or the other way around. Maybe because of incorrect joining condition in target, you got some additional record, right? So that's why it's a bit good practice to check both the ways, target minus source, union, source minus target. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Because many times you will see that in the target, you will get some new records because of some other pipelines which you have connected. Okay, so that's why make it a habit of checking both of these. Okay, hope that
Yes,
is
sir.
clear.
Yes.
Okay, fine then, guys. We'll connect next week. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.